All right. Well, I have 12:15. So, good noontime and welcome to Rotary, everyone. We are so glad that you are here with us today. We've got a wonderful message just for you. And Jan, would you be so kind as to bring us to order today?
Of course, of course. Let's pray. Gracious Lord, thank you for this day, for this time. Lord, thank you that you brought us this far through this year. And Lord, thank you for all those who have a heart for the poor. And thank you for giving us an opportunity to give out of the abundance that you have given us to help our neighbors. Let us keep that vision. In Jesus' name, amen.
Amen. Thank you,
Amen.
Jan. And Robert, would you be so kind as to lead us in pledge today?
Yes, sir. I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all.
Thank you, sir. And Marty, you're unmuted. Would you like to lead us in song today?
Not really, but I will. Rotary, that spells Rotary. Rotary is known on land and sea. From north to south, from east to west, he profits most who serves the best. Rotary, that spells Rotary.
Thank you, sir. Beautiful. Pep, I think you have a challenger there. Great job. Thanks so much. Let's see. I don't think we have any visiting Rotarians with us today, but we do have some guests. Our two honored guests will be introduced here shortly. And of course, everybody knows Christine. Thanks, Christine, for being here today. And I don't think I missed anybody else. Okie dokie.
Take the bag in here.
And we do have a few birthdays coming up. Renee, Richard, Clyde, and Crystal. There's plenty of opportunity for some birthday pie this week. And so if you see any of them running around, do wish them a happy birthday or go to Club Runner. Find their phone number, give them a call, even better. And we have a wedding anniversary coming up this week. Maria and Steve. Go to Club Runner, find their phone numbers, and remind Steve that he has a wedding anniversary coming up this week. We don't have any Rotary anniversaries, but there's always one right around the corner. Do we have any happy dollar announcements today? Dawn.
I just wanted to do a shout out. I wish Janine was on. We did that sip and shop this weekend and it was really fun. And it was just really fun. We took a group of people and to me, it was a success. I hope it was. So if you haven't gone,
did your shopping expand?
Did my shopping? I bought a couple things.
Okay.
But
Excellent.
just going to all the shops and stuff was really fun and seeing them. So if you hadn't had a chance to go, you can still go this weekend.
Fantastic.
Well, my internet connection is unstable.
That's okay. Thank you for that information. We're glad that you had a great time. Anybody else have a dollar they would like to share with some good news? Okie dokie. And Charles is not here with a foundation update, but 'tis the season to be generous. And A great way to be generous is through the Rotary Foundation. And remember, the Rotary Foundation is how we do our good works in our local community and in our international community. That rounds out our Foundation Minute. We are going to be dark on December 22 and 29. Those are the last two meetings, would have been the last two meetings of the calendar year. We're going dark in observance of the upcoming holidays so you can spend all of your time with your family and friends in a socially respectable manner. And that also means that our Rotary After Dark and Christmas party has been postponed. At least the in-person part of that has been postponed. I have not yet seen a volunteer to head that up in the virtual world. If anybody steps forward, we'll be sure to let you know, but we haven't seen that yet. And let's see, Richard, I don't think is here, but we have an opportunity to give to our Dar y Servir scholarship, and that is in Monterrey, Mexico. Susan and Hector Morera have spoken with us before, and Susan was with us virtually here recently. And so if you would like to donate to this particular international project, you may do so freely from our Square account, and that's the same account that you would go to pay your dues online. And there's a separate button for Dar y Servir, and our fundraiser is going on through the month of December. If you have any questions on that, feel free to reach out to your very favorite director. And that brings us to our featured program today. Let's see, Claudia, Robert, J. Dean, y'all can battle it out on who wants to introduce our guests of honor today.
Claudia, I won't battle with you. You can go ahead.
Okay, yeah, sure. I'm really excited that Miss Stefanie and Rebecca are here with us today. They're here to talk to us about Toys for Tots, how it's going, what they've got coming up, and just pretty much how much donations and things like that for the Toys for Tots. So please help me give a warm welcome to Miss Stefanie and Miss Rebecca.
Oh, JT's got his claps.
Hello, all.
Hi. How are we? So,
Gosh.
last night, Stefanie and I mean, honestly, things this year, like we were saying, it's been absolutely surreal. Nonprofit and fundraising is, I mean, obviously non-existent. We are obviously not able to do our normal fundraisers, which would include standing outside of Walmart and going to Christmas parties that, you know, where they donate to Toys for Tots, or, I mean, our lip sync battle, all of those things were not possible this year. So basically what we were able to do was one fundraiser. We did it at our shop, and basically it did really well. We were surprised and excited and shocked at how well it did. But other than that, like, I mean, it's basically just been people coming to us and saying, you know, I give every year and I'd like to give again this year. So, I mean, pretty much we're trying. We've got 1,400 kids this year that are, and then probably 300 more in the hopper that did not get their applications in. But we always, once we fill the applications, we'll try to give any remaining toys to the children that were not able, or the parents that were not able to get an application in. So, I mean, we're looking like we're going to need a lot of toys.
Yes, and like we were saying earlier, it's been a challenge for us. Normally, we receive supplemental toys from the foundation through donations that they receive on a national level, and those were cut in half this year. So Rebecca and I have had to get really creative with how are we going to do this? How are we going to pull this off, from everything down to how are we going to collect toys to how are we going to get them out
Yes.
to the families. And we really need two, like we're hurting in two areas. We are hurting in the areas of toys and money, and we're hurting in the area of hands. We need volunteers for our one-day distribution event, which is next Monday. And it's going on from 8 a.m. until 7 p.m. until the last toys given out is what we've been saying. And that's one of those things where anybody can help. Even if you've got 30 minutes to spare, it'll help us tremendously. We are doing drive-through distribution. So the families are driving up, we're filling their applications on the spot, putting their toys in the trunk of the car and sending them on their way. And you can imagine that would be a very big job if it was just Rebecca and I out there ourselves trying to do it. Normally we do have support from the active duty Marines here, but this year they are unable to do that because of their command rules. So we're just sitting here going, okay, what are we going to do? We have some lovely team members at Steph and Beck's that have volunteered to help, but that's not enough. So we're relying on the community to just help us make it happen.
Yeah. And we, as far as the toys go, honestly, we're still getting in like little trickles, like we were just saying about the Celanese bikes. We did get 30 bikes, which honestly, that's about average, I would say, for the bikes that we usually have for a year. So that kind of filled our bike quota that we typically have. We did a big toy buy at Walmart last night with the funds that we had received from the actual fundraiser, which basically cleared our bank account.
Yes. And I mean, just to be frank with you, Rebecca and I have been doing Toys for Tots for 7 years, and we've never
cleared our bank
account before.
Ever.
We always leave some to start fresh for the next year.
That's not possible.
In the event that, it doesn't go as well. But this year
we cleared it.
And then we got back to the warehouse and we said, we don't have any trash bags.
Yeah. So that's going to be fun.
We don't know how we're going to come up with the funds to buy the trash bags.
So last night we cleared our account, but what we're basically doing at this point is we don't have anything in our account to be able to fill holes. So if we did not get enough toys and say we run out of little girls ages 7 to 2 or 7 to 13, that's just it. And we've never had to turn anybody away before, and we really don't want this to be the year that we have, especially considering, y'all know everything that's gone on this year. We don't want to have to turn away anybody. So it's just been a mess.
Dustin's got his hand up.
So can I ask a question?
Sure.
Yes. Since you've done it multiple years, what is your feel for, and you have the applications in hand, right?
Yes.
So what is your feel for, are there certain age groups that you're short of, or is everybody going to get something?
Well, and that's where this year, I feel like when we looked at the age groups, because our website does now break those down for us, which makes that a lot easier. We felt it was really shocking to us because it was really almost even across the board. Like as far as like boys, girls, the ages of the boys and girls, like it was really almost an even number across the board. So at this point, it's really, yes, the goal is that everybody gets something, but it's one of those things where if we do happen to end up having to use, because there's no way when we go toy buy the amount of toys we have to buy at once, there's no way to say, okay, well, we got enough for 400 boys exactly, or we got enough for 320 girls exactly. So it's kind of one of those things where we do run out in certain areas. And there's no way to know that until we start filling the toys, until they start showing up. And then we're like, oh crap, we're out of girl toys in this age group. So that's when somebody goes to Walmart and actually has to physically buy more girl toys for that area. So that's where we're standing right now, is that we think that we've covered like the ages that we need to, but every year we think that.
That's true. That's true. And normally in a normal year, we would have our warehouse set up, categorized by boy, girl, age groups and things like that. And we would be able to kind of tell by looking, what we need. But this year we haven't been able to do that. All of our toys are still in boxes or bags, and they're not organized in any way. So we're really just having to do this based off of what's in our brains and our experience.
Well, it's good you've got the experience behind you. That's for sure. Are you going to, I mean, do you have other trips to buy toys planned?
Not right now, just because we spent all our money.
Yeah. If we had any more money, we would definitely do that. But we are at $0.
We went on a spree last night because it needed to happen, and we were honestly scared that they were going to start selling out of toys at our local Walmart, and so we decided to just go and sweep the shelves, and we did. So last night we bought a ton of the toys we needed.
So if you don't mind me asking, how much money did you spend?
We spent.
Go ahead.
Oh Lord. Okay.
Everybody hold on.
We spent $22,000 on toys
last night. Yeah. It's crazy, y'all.
Yeah. And that is a little bit shy of what we typically spend in any given year.
Yeah.
In addition to the monetary or the donations that we receive from the community, that usually covers us. But we also usually buy other things like batteries, which we did not do this year because we were trying to be cost effective. And then obviously trash bags, like I just told you. And that was just because we're not smart. And we forgot.
How much short of a typical year is that?
I would say probably like 5.
Yeah, like $5,000 short.
Yeah. That's about average. It's crazy. Like, I think that like, if we were to actually put the numbers out there, people would be shocked at how much toys cost.
Yeah.
And how much like.
And in a typical year, when we do have access to our wholesale toy vendors, it's easier. We can make the money go a little bit further than we were able to this year. But I mean, that wasn't an option for us. So we really, we looked for really good deals.
We got good deals as much as we could.
Yeah.
So
okay, I'm sorry, I didn't mean to monopolize, but the bottom line is the typical year is 25,000 and you're about 20 this year.
Yeah. Well, and that's not counting. We received no significant toy donations other than the 30 bikes and a few boxes of toys, like here and there. I feel like that people helped us out monetarily, which is awesome. And honestly, we don't ever like to ask for that, because I think it freaks people out, even though we've done this for 7 years and people know us and they know that we're going to buy toys with that money. I feel like it freaks people out when you just come out and say it helps us if you give us money to buy toys. Like, it scares people for some reason. So we take a lot of toy donations, and this year less people were going to the stores to buy the toys. And there's nowhere, we didn't set up anywhere for them to bring us toy donations. So we were really having to cover the fact that we didn't receive toy donations.
So what's the absolute deadline for either toys or money? I guess to your store, right?
Yes, you can take them to our store. The absolute deadline, we would really like to have everything by Thursday of this week so that we can, do our final preparations for Monday, because that's when we're handing all of them out.
Yeah.
Okay.
It's crazy pants.
Where is your store?
It's right next to Hobby Lobby here in Kingsville. It's Steph and Beck's Boutique.
What's the address?
2321 South Brahma.
Great. Thank you.
Thank you.
Thank you.
So JD or Justin, so we could at least get an email out to everybody, right?
Absolutely. And Justin, I'll take that one if it's all right, because I'll include in my 3 quick questions. Yes, everyone should be receiving a bulletin each Tuesday morning. If you're not, please let me know, but I'm sending them out. And so every member should be getting a nice little fancy Christmas bulletin this morning at 8 a.m. And on that bulletin, there's even a button on there that says donate locally now. And if you click the Toys for Tots logo, it'll take you straight up to the website that already, it's a national website, and it'll take you to the portion of that website where that donation goes here to Kingsville. Okay. So that's available to all our members. And then with my question, Steph, back, if I was correct in that, how long does it take for the monies anybody donates online to populate into y'all's account?
We're very lucky in this respect, I feel like.
Yeah, we usually see it within about 48 hours.
Yeah.
So if a donation, now what frustrates us on our end is that they lump it all together. So
They do.
we don't know who made what
Now
or where
that's
it came from.
That's the donation online. Like if
Yes.
you hand us a donation, as soon as we put it into the computer, they give us that money
right away.
right away. So because we have a check for it, they don't wait for the check to arrive. They just assume we're going to send it because they trust us, and they give us that money to spend right away. So.
Okay. So members, if you want to hand it to them, they've already told you to go to the store. If you want to do it online, just click the little link. And I know it works. Me and 2 probationers tested it out Monday and Thursday of last week. A quick question. So Monday, y'all are doing this at the swabbing plant? Okay.
Yes. In the field.
Yes.
In the field. And I saw that Jan had asked the same question. I'll go ahead and ask it here. First off, do y'all need any setup to put everything out in the lawn on Monday or for Monday?
Our plan was to literally just throw everything on tarps as
We're gonna lay out
organized as
tarps.
we could as possible, you know.
Do y'all need help doing that?
For
Yes.
sure. For sure.
Okay.
Yes.
So what time y'all would want volunteers as early as what on Monday?
They can be there as early as 7 on Monday.
Yeah.
Okay.
Actually,
And-
the kids start arriving at 9.
Yeah.
Okay. And then Jen was asking, when do you need people just to show up and go, I'm here?
Yes.
Do you need any
Exactly.
advance notice or anything like that?
Nope. Just come in and say you're ready to work and we'll put you to it.
Yep.
Okay. Okay.
Like that's honestly right now our biggest hurdle is just trying to make sure, because we're doing 5 days of work in one day.
Yeah.
And it's hard. It's scary.
Do y'all remember the physical address of the swab of the international swabbing?
Yes. Stop it.
Jane!
What? I think that's the name of it, right? I can't recall.
International swabbing.
They only swab in Texas.
I know, it's
sir.
only in Texas. It's Texas swabbing, JD.
Texas swabbing.
Is that the Q-tip factory? Is that what that is? They make the
We know
Q-tips
what
there?
that is. I'll be really honest. We don't know what they swab.
Yeah.
We try not to get in their business.
Yeah.
They donate us space.
Yeah.
But at least they're keeping it local in the state.
Yeah, it's not our business.
What is that address, if y'all recall?
It's
Swabbing for
2005
coronavirus.
North 14.
So, yeah, say that one more time, guys.
2005 North 14th Street.
Thank you. Next Monday from 7 until at least 7.
Yes.
The 20.
Okay.
Yes.
Thanks, Justin. Thank you, guys.
And again, for people who are slow, what's the name on the building, or is there a name on the
We're
building?
not slow at all.
It's Texas Swabbing.
Texas Swabbing.
Yeah.
Okay.
It's
I
on
know,
the north
it's
side
crazy.
of town,
It's a
just
crazy
past
name.
Sage Road.
Okay.
For the old timers, it's the old Hygeia ice cream plant.
Yes.
Jan, you can't miss it. If you head towards Celanese out of town on 14th,
Okay.
you'll see it. It's on the right-hand side.
And we'll
All right.
all probably be outside, girl. It's
Yeah.
gonna look like a madhouse. So hopefully, like that's the plan. We want it to look like a madhouse.
Okay. Okay.
So yeah, that's what we need right now, y'all, is people. Like honestly, anything y'all can do, if you can spread the word, if you can help us out with that, that's huge. Just because like these kids, like this is their only way to get Christmas right now. And we're going to try to put it in those parents' trunks. We've got the sheriff's department out there. They're going to be dealing with traffic. They're going to hopefully be volunteering as well. So, I mean, it's essentially just going to hopefully
We'll see.
it's new territory. So it'll be fun to watch, if nothing else.
We felt like the food bank was doing it
Yes.
and it seemed to be successful. So we were
Yeah.
like, we can modify that and
Yeah.
then do it ourselves.
We can try to make it work.
Okay.
Where will people be lining up the traffic? Where will the traffic be? What's the traffic flow pattern? Do you know?
So we've been telling them to enter from Sage Road and then to head west on 14th Street. And that way they're not parking on the shoulder of the highway or anything like that. They're going to line up on Sage Street and then we'll give them their toys there and they can exit however down 14th, whichever way they want to go.
Do you have law enforcement and all that kind of all
Yes,
set up?
we talked with the sheriff's department and they said that they would help us do some traffic control.
Yes.
And is there a place where volunteers should park?
Volunteers should park
Probably in the parking lot.
parking lot.
Yeah.
Would be, they have like a U-shaped parking lot situation. You can park there, or I don't know what direction that field is that goes towards Bishop.
And if a volunteer arrives in the, in the middle of the day while the distribution is going on, they will have access to, that won't be blocked. They will have access to.
No, it won't be
Oh, yeah,
blocked.
no, we're not planning on blocking it because the way it's set up is the building faces the highway. So you can still get into the building parking lot because we're going to be working over to the side on Sage Road, which is perpendicular. So like that whole front of the building shouldn't have any issues.
Okay.
Anything else? No more questions? Everybody knows everything about Toys for Tots now?
They're like, no, we're good.
Looking through the chat box, I think. Oh, so Sissy does say thank you for all that you do for our kids. And Sissy, welcome to our meeting. Where did she leave already? She might have left already. And let's see. That's all that I see in the chat box here. And so, girls, do you have anything else to tell us today?
Just thank you. Thank you for giving us like an opportunity to speak. Thank you for always being there for us.
Yes.
It like this year I know has been trying for everyone, and like just thank you. Thank you for sticking with us and at least like letting us speak to y'all, and we appreciate you like a lot.
Thanks so much for being here with us today, and thanks for always joining us around this time of year, and thanks for all of your dedicated service in our community. I think that we'll be able to scare up some things for you for this year. So let's see what it is that we can do to help your cause. And so again, thanks so much for spreading the word. If you have any more questions, they are not hard to find on Facebook or at their store. And so I'm sure that they would appreciate messages coming their way in any of those ways, or you can reach out directly to us and we can get that word to them. And we do have a couple of things not coming up in the near future, which is our next two meetings. We are going dark. And so today is our last meeting of the calendar year, so that you can spend your time and your treasure with your friends and your family. So remember, no Rotary meetings next Tuesday or the Tuesday after. We will see you next calendar year. And does anybody else have anything for the good of Rotary today? J. Dean, take it away, sir.
Very briefly, I was hoping maybe Martin or someone else could actually answer the question for the rest of us. What were they swabbing at that plant?
Marty, you're on mute.
Thank you, Justin. Swabbing is an oil field service company, something to do with literally swabbing I don't know if it's the inside of the rig or the outside of the rig, but it's an oil field service.
You don't know how many years I've passed that spot. Thank you very much, Joe.
I feel like we've learned something very valuable today, because people ask us all the time, what do they swab? No idea. We try to just stay out of it. So now we can say it's oil field related.
I liked it better when it was the Miller distribution.
We can go back to that.
We're okay with that. They used to perforate things as well. We didn't know what that was about either. I think that's also oil field. So
Yes. They literally shoot holes in the side of the casing to allow oil to get in.
Now we know.
Now we know. We learn something.
We
new
learn
every
something
day.
new every day.
And now you know the rest of the story. Good day. Does anybody else have anything for the good of Rotary today?
I didn't know you were
Oh,
old enough for Good Day and all that.
Oh, I grew up on that. Yes, sir. That's right. Stand by for news.
Lawrence Harvey, what's his name?
Yeah, Paul Harvey.
Paul Harvey, yeah, yep. And now we go to our weekly Paul Harris drawing winners and to our leaderboard this week. Thank you, Jan and Pep, for making it to the leaderboard today. And yes, ma'am. And remember, if you didn't make it around to calling your pair this week, that's okay. Every week is a new opportunity to make a connection with one of your fellow Rotary members. And now, if you will please join me in the four-way test of the things we think, say, and do. Is it the
The
truth?
truth.
Is it fair to all concerned? Will it build goodwill and better friendships? Will it be beneficial to all concerned? Thanks so much, y'all. Merry Christmas, and we'll see you next year.
Merry Christmas, everyone.
Merry Christmas, Robert. Bye, guys. Take care, everybody.
Merry Christmas.
Merry
Bye.
Christmas, everyone.
Merry Christmas.
Hey, JD, Justin,
I get that all the time.